Good morning, students. So, let us continue with our topic of intelligent quotient and variations in intelligence. First of all, let me tell you this is a list of like in what professions, what is the IQ level of people. So, this was given by Glenn Wilson and Diana Grills. It is an outline of occupations typical of various IQ levels. This is not a very accurate list that if a person is a professor or if a person is a clerk, they will have this much IQ only. This is just on the basis of research that generally this has been found, right? Just to give you an example. So you will see here like the people who are top civil servants, professors, researchers, scientists, they generally have a very high level of IQ, which is 140. Physicians, surgeons, lawyers, engineers, they also have a very high level of IQ, 130. School teachers, accountants, nurses, managers also have a above average and high level of IQ, 120. Clerks, telephone operators, salesmen, policemen, electricians, machine operators, shopkeepers, and I think all the others have general and average IQ level. So from 90 to 110 is the or 120 is the normal level of IQ range. Now, here I would like to tell you that you do not have to leave any yellow box of class 12th. All the yellow box is very important and questions do come from them. So please don't leave it. Okay, so this is from page number 14, yellow box in the book. Some misuses of intelligent test. Poor performance on a test may attach a stigma. Stigma in general means that a negative thought, negative opinion about a person. Children and thereby adversely affect their performance and self-respect. So kahin na kahin, it attaches a kind of stigma that the person is like this only, and which can affect the performance and self-respect of the students. The test may invite discriminating practices. Discriminating practices means that a person who is a very high level of IQ, they will be considered very nice, and the people who have low level of IQ, they will considered be very, stupid, or they will be discriminated. So this can be one of the misuse. Administrating test biased in favor of the middle class and higher class population may underestimate the IQ of children. Sometimes if the researcher or the person who is conducting the test is not very properly trained, they can be biased and that can lead to underestimation of the IQ. Then last point is the intelligent tests do not capture creative potentialities, obviously, because intelligent test is not a creativity test. So in intelligence, only your mental development and only your knowledge, information, facts, reasoning, this is seen, not your creative or practical side. So this is also one of the misuse. Now here I'm giving you an assignment, Atkins as versus the state of Virginia. What you have to do, you have to just read about this in short from online net. Then you will see that here intelligent test was used as a proof to punish the person. I will not give you the full details because that you have to find on your own. That we will discuss in next class. What you have to do is you have to write a summary of the case. What was this case? Atkinson's versus the state of Virginia. Then what do you think shows about the IQ testing? Your explanation. And do you agree with the law using psychometric testing to determine whether someone is considered fit for punishment or not? You when you will study this case, you will get to know that people who are not mentally fit, they are not punished, right? So you have to explain your answer by reading this case. So this is your assignment for tomorrow. Now we come to variations of intelligence. Very important term. We had already studied about the normal curve. In that normal curve, you saw that most of the people, 50% of the people are having normal intelligence, average level of IQ only. But there are some people who have very low intelligence and some people who have very high intelligence. The people who are very intelligent, having high IQ, they are considered as intellectually gifted. and the people who are having very, very low IQ are considered as intellectually deficient or intellectually disabled. So, let us start with variations in intelligence. So, what is intellectual giftedness? If we talk about giftedness, it is an exceptional ability. So, people who are having high IQ of more than 130 and above, they are considered to be gifted people. Okay, and people who are having low IQ, that is below the IQ of 70, they are considered as intellectually deficient or mentally retarded. Mental retardation word has now been changed into intellectual deficiency. So there are three very, very important characteristics of mental retardation or intellectual deficiency. Significantly sub-average general intellectual functioning means their intellectual functioning or IQ level is very, very low. Second, deficits in adaptive behavior means in general their social skills, their communication skills, their daily living is not up to the mark. And third point is manifested during developmental period. These deficits you will be seeing in 0 to 18 years of age. That is in their developmental period you will be seeing these things. Now, intellectual giftedness is exceptional general ability, superior performance in many, many areas. You miss, in general, from teacher's point of view, if we see people who are exceptionally gifted, they have three important characteristics: high ability, high creativity, high commitment. Okay, so this term of giftedness was given by Terman. Yes, Lewis Terman gave the concept of intellectual giftedness. That's all for now. We'll study about the characteristics of gifted children and intelligent tests later.